I cannot write. Okay, those who just came in, please mute yourself. Okay, huh? So this is your y. Okay, this is your y equal to fx, right? So you see, so if I want to draw the graph of y equal to f prime x, correct? First of all, for me, I will prefer to draw the sign diagram first, okay? So I will draw the sign diagram for my f prime x first. Okay, I put it blue, huh? Okay, now, you look at here. There is a turning point here. There's a 0. Another turning point here at 2. All right. Then one more turning point between 2 and 4. So we don't know exactly what is it. So what we need to do, you just put a number you like. Okay. You don't have to put any number. I just put it as 8. I know it's less than 4, but more than 2. Okay. So then I determine the sign. Okay, you look at the graph. For x less than 0, the graph is going down.
For you.
Marcus, can you please mute yourself? When you come into the class, please don't talk to others, please. Okay, for x less than 0, correct? Fx is going down. So f prime x, the sign will be negative. Then it go up. So the sign of f prime x will be positive. Then it go down again, then it go up again. So from here, I know that my fx graph for this part is below the x-axis, but it will pass through this point. This is the x-intercept. This is another x-intercept. And this is another x-intercept. So I always mark down the x-intercept. Okay? Below, above, below, then above. Okay? That is how I know. So how the graph going to go, where is the turning point? That will be talking about the inflection point of f prime x, fx. So I will draw a sign diagram for f prime x first. F double prime x. Okay, now if you look at here, this part is the until this point. I name this point as, just now I named this point as A. Because they didn't give us a value, so we just put roughly. Okay, so I name this point as B. So that means I know that F double prime B is equal to 0. Am I right? So there is another inflection point here. Hello? So I name this C. So I also know that F double prime C equal to 0. So B is between 0 and 2. So I put B here. C is between 2 and 8. So I put C here. So for X less than C, Fx graph is convex. So therefore, F double prime X is greater than 0. So it's positive. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
So the rest, this is negative and this is positive. So look, if F double prime X is positive, which means that F prime X is increasing. So now I can start to draw F prime X graph. Go up, pass through this point, continue to go up until B. So after B, it start to go down, then go down to where?
0. Right.
No, you have to pass through 2.
Oh yeah.
You have to pass through 2, then go down until C. So after C, what happened? It will go up, but it's still negative. You see, from 2 to C to A is still negative. So it start to go up, all the way up. So this is your Y equal to F prime X. So you see, your Y equal to Fx has 3 turning points. Right? So if you have 3 turning points, that means the Fx is degree
cubic.
Degree what? Degree what?
Cubic.
No, cannot be cubic. Cubic only got 2 turning points. Quadratic got 1. Cubic got 2. 3 turning point?
Quartic.
Degree 4. Quartic. Are you okay? So they're quartic. Yeah. So when you get your F prime X, Y equal to F prime X, usually for polynomial, right, the derivative will be degree what? If this is degree 4, will be degree what? Degree 3. So you have 2 turning points. Maximum 2 turning points. So a lot of analysis need to be done for, yeah, okay. So what will happen to your Y equal to F double prime X? Will be degree what?
2.
Yes. So it's a quadratic. So that means your F double prime will pass through this point and this point and this is going up, so it will be positive, then the graph will go like that. This is a y equal to f double prime x. You get me? Hello?
Oh, yes, thank you, sir.
So when you talk about graph sketching, correct? The very important thing is the sign diagram. You produce a sign diagram, then only you try to sketch a graph. Then you will know where the graph's supposed to be. You get me? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, you are okay, huh? So today I'm going to teach you a very special function. It's not stated in your syllabus, but if you know the nature of this function, it will help you a lot when come to finding the value. You can expect certain thing. Yeah. Hello? Okay, huh? So I'm the rest of it, I will answer you during your tutorial or during the next lecture. Okay, so can everyone turn to page 90 of your textbook? Look at question 7. Are you having your textbook with you?
Yes.
Yes. So we are talking about, this is a very special function. It's used in the medical field. Anesthetic is administrated the effect of the model. So the effect of the medicine they injected depend on the time. So they got give you this model. You have this with you? Okay. So this is talking about the time and talk about the effectiveness of the anesthetic. Yeah. So the doctor cannot straight away. So how is this graph look like? So do you see that this graph is the product? Is a product. So generally a function of this is a product, is a constant. Okay, usually deal with time, so I just put as time. So A is greater than 0, B is also greater than 0. They are constant. Yeah. So it's a product of a linear term. Product, and this is called, what do you call this? Exponential term. Okay. Hello?
Yeah,
So, yeah. So can I request you to key this into your calculator?
Me key into Y1 or?
Yes, key into
Okay,
Y1.
okay.
There are so many, like there's A, B, everything we just put X.
I ask you to key in this, young man. I didn't ask you to key in. This is my general form.
So which one do we key in?
The one on the left-hand side. The question
okay.
itself. The question itself.
So it's 750x?
Yeah,
How-
yeah. You have your textbook with you?
No, I mean to key in the calculator, right? How about
Yes.
the E?
The E, The E
Yeah.
is the exponential. By now, you should know how to call out the exponential.
No, there's two E, sure.
Where got two E?
There's like the one on the divide and then one on the ln.
So, this one, you are supposed to press this button. That means you haven't tried anything before during the holiday. Isn't it we have tried exponential function before?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to window, you put your X minimum as 0. And your X maximum as X maximum as 2.5. Then you do a zoom fit.
What's the minimum for Y again?
Minimum for Y, you don't have to care. You just do a zoom fit. You should know. I have taught you all this. You study psychology and don't have to care about max, is it? Your X maximum, you just put 2.5, then you do a zoom fit.
Hold on, it's loading.
Okay, sure, already got it.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, you got the graph. As this.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, can you find the coordinate of this point? Okay, if you are getting an error, can you please tell me what is your error?
I think have to put a negative sign on the.
Yeah. You didn't put the negative sign. You put as minus. All this you have to be very, very careful. That's why I told you already. Hello.
Yes.
Ashley, Miss Do asked you to key in this, not this one. The one on the left-hand side, please. The one on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. Are you done? Can you tell me the coordinate of this point?
X equals to 0.666666.
Yeah, I know already. That one I know.
Y equals to 183.9.
93.
Yeah.
183.94.
0.94 basically.
Cannot say 94.94. Okay, now. Hello?
Yeah.
So this one, there is an inflection point, correct? If you have a look at it, it's obviously because it is increasing with decreasing rate, then it decreasing with decreasing rate at this point. Okay, I name this point B. It is decreasing at the fastest rate. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how am I going to know the value for the time here? How am I going to know this value? Okay, I try not to use B, not to confuse you with that. How am I going to know this time? Can I get straight away get from the ET graph? So how should I get? T2 can be obtained from the T coordinate of the what?
Of the point,
You cannot say of the point. Everywhere is point, young people. Of the, you are not studying at all. Turning point of
F double prime.
F prime X. Or in this case, I should say E prime T. So my E prime T graph I'm going to sketch it for you to see. And you tell me whether what I sketch is correct or wrong. So my E prime T graph have the x-intercept here, correct? Please respond. If I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yes, that's correct.
Why is it correct?
Wait.
Because that is the turning point of ET.
Right.
So I know that E prime 2/3 is equal to 0.
To 0, right? Yes.
So, and I know that for T greater than 0 and less than 2/3, E prime T is also greater than 0. So the graph will go like that. Am I right?
Yes.
Then for T greater than 2/3, E prime T will be less than 0. Because ET is going down. So the graph will go like that. Until this point, it go down at the fastest rate. That's why it is most negative. After that, it decreasing with decreasing rate. So this will be my E prime T graph. So if I want to get T2, I can plot the graph of E prime T. Then I will be able to get T2. Okay, can you please tell me what is T2 now using your GC?
1.33.
1.33. That is 4/3. Correct?
Yes.
Anyone don't know how to get the answer? You have to sketch your Y2 graph. Still remember using your GC, your Y1 is ET. Your Y2, you are supposed to have this there. Yep. Okay, so that is how this graph look like. Yeah. Okay, you want to do your E double prime T, up to you. So I'm going to tell you some information which is very important, whereby if you see this form of graph, this form of function, you don't even need to use your calculator. You will definitely have this shape of graph, and the x coordinate of the stationary point is always b 1/b. 1/b. So in our case here, this is our b. So is it correct? 1/1.5, isn't it 2/3? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's very important. You don't have to use, unless the question say calculus. You don't even have to key in your calculator. If happen, this type of function is asked. I ask you, when is the anesthetic maximum? So you can just tell me 2/3, 1/b. So for me, I as a student, I will write this one down in my notes. And it also help me to check. If they say by calculus, then I can check. And the inflection point happen when the time is equal to 2/b. And the value of the y here, if you put your x equal to 1/b, yeah, 1/b here will be, so it will be A over, hold on, I put in BE. So you look at here, see whether correct or not. Our A is 750 over the B is 1.5 and the E. You try, divide, see whether you get this number or not. Do you get that number? Are you in my class?
Yeah, just read.
It made, yeah, 750 divide by 1.5 divide by E.
Yes, we got the number.
You
Wait,
get
so
the number correct. You see how wonderful. Yeah. So
This
is a very
applies to all graph, right? Like all this
all
graph.
of this form. This form. No other form, don't simply put. And this one, it will be 2a over b. Yep. 2a over b e squared. Yep. Okay. So I'm just telling you. And the shape of the graph definitely is like that. There's a maximum point. There is a inflection point, non-horizontal inflection point. So this is, if you go to the old syllabus, we call this a search function. It's a special function. It applies a lot in the medical field.
Wait, when I typed 1.5e, I got error.
Huh?
When I typed 1.5e, I got error
How do you put in the E?
next to it.
Your E, you are supposed to key in second log.
Long.
Then after that, it got like that come out, you key in 1.
Ah.
You say you are very IT savvy.
Okay.
You are putting your effort in the wrong thing. Okay? So that's why I want to discuss this function. All right? Okay, everyone, if happen this sort of thing come out in the exam or whatsoever, they ask just 1 mark question, you can just give the answer if you have all this information in your notes. So I definitely, as a student, for my SAT2, I will put this in my notes together with my derivative function. And if I want, I also can get my second derivative function. This is your y equal to fx. This is your y equal to f prime x t. Then I can put in the y equal to f double prime t. That one I will leave it to you to put it down. So this will be the important notes that I will put in for myself so that I can save time during the exam. That is also the reason why I discussed this. I can ask you to
Miss,
sketch the graph. Yes.
I got one question for the 4/3, right, at the T2. How
Yeah,
do
why?
you get it?
How do I get it? I use this formula.
I mean, like if okay, I get it.
So the 2 over b is to show the inflection point.
The t coordinate of the inflection point. Please specify it clearly.
Okay. So to show working, if we're gonna use this method, which is like
No, depend on what the question.
if they don't ask for calculus type of thing.
Yeah, so you
just
cannot say, please don't generalize what I say, okay? I never say, I say this is a general form, so you have to read the question to know which one to use.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a very important function. So I can also come up with this style of function whereby I can talk about curve property. Same thing. It's up to me as an examiner what I want to say.
Miss, if I want to.
Yes, yes.
if I want to do this for my calculation, do I have to restate the general form?
What do you mean you want to state the general form? You don't have to. I explained to you, yes. So how to answer the question, you have to read the question and decide what to put in. It doesn't matter that when I say like that, you have to follow. Like for example, I ask you, what is the time when the the anesthetic effect is maximum? When? So you will say that, okay, you just put in 1 over 1.5, that is 2/3. After 2/3 of an hour, after the administration of the anesthetic. That's it. You don't have to draw the graph. You don't have to draw anything. So you read the question and decide how to give the answer. Hello?
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay. So now I'm going to answer question 7. Then after that, I'm going to expand question 7. Okay? Got it? Can I move?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to answer question 7 now. So question 7, the first part, what is the question asked you to do? Is to find the E prime T. Correct? So now, so I want to find E prime T. I know this is product. So I will let my U be T, my V be E to the power 1.5 T. So U prime, 1. V prime, copy down the whole thing, times by the derivative of the power. Okay, so my E prime T, remember there is a constant, open bracket, V U prime plus U V prime. Okay, common factor, factorize it. Close. Done. First part. Okay? Any issue?
No, no.
None.
Okay. Nana, part B. They say, at what time is the anesthetic most effective? Most effective means maximum. This implies E double prime T equal to 0, correct? Hello?
Yeah.
So you get all this? They will give you 1 mark. You understand how to find maximum. So I will write down 750 e to the power negative 1.5 t, open bracket, 1 minus 1.5 t equal to 0. So 750 cannot be 0. E to the power negative 1.5 t equal to 0, no solution. So 1 minus 1.5 t equal to 0. So t equal to 1 divided 1.5. So that is 2/3. So can I stop here?
No.
So what must I write? I must produce the sign diagram for E prime t. Start from 0 onward. Mark down 2/3. Maximum, correct? Positive, negative. So your E prime is maximum. So that's all. In this, that is how you answer this question. So I can expand this question into other way. So what are the other possible questions that I can ask? Can someone suggest? Based on what we have here, can someone suggest? How can I expand part C? Okay, give me a question for part C. I tell you, from my past year, all my students know how to give me questions. They know how to set questions for themselves to answer. Based on just now how I explained to you.
Wait, let me think.
You want to be good, you want to score in maths, you must be able to set question for yourself. Okay, let me expand for you. Find the time when the effect is decreasing at the fastest rate. So I didn't say by calculus. So what can you do?
2 over P, use the search
Yeah,
function.
I straight away use the formula. That is 2 over 1.5, which is 4 over 3 hours. Done. I get 1 mark. Okay, what else can I ask?
When the effectiveness is lowest, I guess.
Yeah, if I can say, okay, the doctor can only carry out the surgery if the effectiveness is at least 350. Okay. How long is the effectiveness above 350 units? So that is also show that is how long the surgeon can carry out. So how am I going to do this question? So
Yes.
what does this mean? That means my ET must be more than 350. So if I want to do this, how can I solve this using graphical method? Just now we have this graph, right?
We can use the calculator, right?
Yeah, we can.
Then just put in y equals to 350 and then see where it intersects. Can you?
This is my ET, right?
Yeah.
This is our ET, am I right? So our Y1 is ET, am I right? We don't disturb our Y2, we don't disturb our Y3, we go to Y4, we type in 350. So only these two is highlighted, please.
Miss, 350 may be a bit too high.
Why 350? Oh, no, cannot be 350. Yeah, because the highest is 180 only, correct? Sorry, the highest is only 180. Thank you. The highest is only 180. So we take as 80. Sorry, we take as 80. Because the highest is 180. So 80, please. So you, Y4, you got 80. So you have the 80 line here. Right? So you find the intersection point. You have your T1 here, you have your T2 here. So can you please use your calculator and get your T1 and T2?
T1 is 0.13.
0.13. T2?
T2 is 1.9.
T2 is 1.9.
1.93, yeah, 1.93.
Do y'all know how to get the value? Do y'all know how to get this value, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to second trace, then you look for intersection, am I right? .93, the first one. Okay. Then you bring the cursor near there. Near the point of intersection that you wanted. Everyone know how to do? So 0.13. Okay. So the time will be T2 minus T1. So this is the duration the surgeon can carry out the so you got 1.8 hours. So how many hours, how many minutes? How many hours, how many minutes?
1.8 hours.
1 hour, 48 minutes. Am I right?
Yeah.
0.8 times 60. So they can ask you a question. They can ask if there is a complication, when should the anesthetic administer another anesthetic? You have to administer straight away at this time. So they can ask you any question concerning this. Depend on the context. Do you get me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a very important. If I want you to learn how to analyze, I'm not testing on your calculus. So I definitely will need you to do straight away, give me the answer. Yeah. Unless I want to test you on your calculus, I will ask you to do this. And